Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Madals and today I have got game 1 of a best of 1. Another Zerg versus Protoss. It is like the third one of these I've done tonight because I'm just having a bit of a castathon because I've got lots of live events coming up over the next couple of nights, and therefore I'm having to build up a bit of a bank of casts so I can keep up this daily schedule that, I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty proud of the fact that I've kept this daily schedule up now of casts for over a year. Every day, nearly without fail. I think I missed like one day where YouTube messed up for me, but other than that, like, every day, video up. So yeah, building up a bank, so when I'm casting live, my YouTube's also going to be publishing videos. It's a bit like magic. I'm actually going to be in two places at once, casting this while casting something else, and nobody will be able to tell the difference. Pretty spectacular talent, right? I could be using it to save the world, cure cancer, something along those lines, but no. I'm using it to cast multiple games of StarCraft simultaneously, because that is just how cool esports are. But yeah, back to the point, back to the game. In the top left position of Belshir, we have got the blue Zerg player from Team Liquid. It is Zenio. And his opponent down in the bottom right, the red Protoss player, it's TAiLS. So, TAiLS going for a gateway expand, as we can see. Pull first coming out from Zenio, just as should be expected. Now, on this map, on Belshir, that is this map, for those of you who weren't listening earlier when I said what map it was, a gateway expand is a pretty likely thing to be up against. Yes, you can forge fast expand, but see this? This is huge. It is massive. And that's not just what the girls will tell you about it. It's just a large natural entrance to the base, and you want to make sure that you don't get rushed by speedlings, because walling that off can be a little bit tough. So going for a gateway expand is a safe thing to do as a Protoss player. Therefore Zenio, that means he needs to get his natural base down fairly quickly still, but this perilous third base, which is always the focus of attacks from Protoss players for millennia, is not needed quite so quickly. You need to get a gas down, get some Zergling speed, because there's going to be pressure potentially. There's going to be some Zealots, some Stalkers, some Mothership cores knocking at your doors, and you want to make sure that you shut them down, because, yeah, you don't want to be losing stuff to that, especially not Queens, because if the Queens go down, then the Mothership core just floats around being like, pew, 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 slowly killing drones and Zerglings, and generally just makes you wish that Zerglings could jump. That would be so useful if they could attack air units. Please give me Zerglings that can attack air units. It would be Imber, I know, but we can all hope, okay. There must be, like, seriously, whatever race you play, there's this, like, that one completely imbalanced change that you wish could occur just to, like, make all of your woes disappear. Be it, like, well, in Wings of Liberty, all Terran players just dreamt of Hellbats. Herped up. But, sorry, I tease Hellbats. I actually think they're really cool, and they're really fun to play. But, yeah, no, what is your favourite? Like, come on, tell me in the comment section below, what is your one unit that you'd like to buff? In just, like, one buff that would make it stupidly OP. Like, not in a way that it's like, oh, I want a queen that has 10,000 health points and deals 100 damage a hit, because that's boring. I'm talking, like, just a change which you could, like, semi-realistically get, like, maybe like a Baneling that can detonate over and over and over again, doesn't get destroyed when it detonates. Maybe, I don't know, Sentry Force Fields being 4 times as big. Something like that. You know, little things. Little things that just be crazy. Void Rays. That really work like they did in the Wings of Liberty beta. Oh my god, those Void Rays were fun. If you remember those days, you are absolutely awesome. This Overlord remembers those days, and that's why he's coming in very tentatively, just in case a Void Ray is getting rushed, because they remember. Overlords remember these sort of things. They're like the elephants of the sky. They have a memory that'll serve them forever. But yeah, sentries just chilling out here. Nice, interesting pylon wall off. Like most Protoss players are just like 2 gateways here. Not TAiLS. TAiLS is just like pylons. I will make lots of pylons. All of the energy will be down at this entrance to my natural. Zenio, though, he's got a hatchery on its way out here. He's busy getting down a Rotron, getting up his second gas geyser. Speed is 3/4 done. TAiLS, he's like, pylons and probes. He's clearly been watching quite a bit of Day 9. Just like, probes and pylons, probes and pylons, probes and pylons wins you games. Really is true, probes and pylons do win you games. So do drones and overlords, and SCVs and supply depots. Like, seriously, if you're anywhere sort of in the Bronze and Silver League, then yeah, just learn to macro. Just learn to just pump out as much stuff as you can. Probes, pylons, that sort of thing. Just keep it going. Keep them going, and then you'll always win. Like, seriously. It's that simple, because you get more stuff. And stuff wins you things. It's that simple. And that's why TAiLS is taking a third, because he wants more stuff. He's getting down the Twilight Counts where roaches are rallied across the map. This could be a bit of a problem for TAiLS, because he has got very little in terms of defense. Just these lone 5 sentries and 2 zealots, which are about to come up against an almighty flood of speedlings. They are porcupine lins as well. More gateways are coming down, just trying to complete the wall off there, but the third base is going to be forced to cancel. So many zerglings coming in here, and of course roaches are going to be following this up. The zerglings pulling back. The cancel wasn't forced quite yet, so really quite lucky there by TAiLS, but a good indicator of how much of an army is here. The roaches are getting queued up, the first ones scurrying their way across the map, just kind of doing a really awkward walking movement. Like, the animation on roaches just looks so awkward. I don't know how they do it. Look at them. Just look at the way they scurry. It just doesn't look particularly efficient mode of transport. As far as I'm concerned, anyway. But yeah, here we go. We've got these gateways taking a little bit of damage from these speedlings. The sentries and stalkers going to come over, trying to stop them. The speedlings going to go the other way. And this is, of course, pulling all of these units over here, so the roaches can come sneaking up. The sentries, the zerglings, all the sentries are going to try and get them in. The force fields are good, preventing the zerglings getting into range. 3 roaches are going to get caught out of position here, but now as they try to retreat, they're opening up another avenue of attack. This force fields go down, and that means the speedlings come flooding in. There aren't any zealots yet. The zealots just trying to warp in as quickly as they can. The roaches are there too, though. Mass around here. Zenio in a really good spot. He is just dealing a huge ton of damage here, and things are looking slightly awkward. More units getting rallied across. 30 more zerglings in production. The sentries are getting taken out. They get surrounded. 1 force fields go down. Tries to buy a bit more time. More gateways are there. A couple of warp-ins, but there are roaches. There are zerglings. They are picking away at everything. The third base is up and is mining. But is the unit production going to be there for TAiLS? Well, there's already a good amount of stuff here for Zenio, who doesn't care about that Nexus cannon. He's just like, I'm going to kill all of the gateways, hurt the production, try to prevent much more coming out. More speedlings on their way across. The zealots are not warping in. Just 3 lone stalkers. The pylons are completing the wall off. Blink is on its way down, but more zerglings are still coming down. A flood down here to the third foe. Nova charge goes down, but a couple of roaches are not going to be having any of that. They are busy picking off that nexus, and now the probes, as they try to escape, are getting caught out of position by these zerglings, and in they come streaming, surround the stalkers, and they are going to get taken down so incredibly quickly. No upgrades on either side yet. 1+1 missile attack is nearly kicking in, though. The hydrogen also coming down, knowing the TAiLS only has gateways for the time being, but now the wall has been breached, and TAiLS knows that GG is called, and Zenio will win that game with a very nicely timed little push. So, if you enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you like the video, you leave a cool comment, and most importantly, you subscribe, because I get new games up daily, and I would not want you to miss one of them. But for now, I am going to go, but I'll catch you all tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Continue being awesome. I'll see you soon.